Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 50, the final episode of Pro Wrestling Noah here on the channel of TEW 2020, the Pro Wrestling Noah series. The last navigation is upon us here as we've renamed it away from the first navigation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 50 of the TEW 2020 Pro Wrestling Noah series here on the channel. It's the final episode, and it is going to be the last navigation tour. We have renamed it away from the first navigation to the last navigation, obviously, for the sake of the series here, as our first and last tour, 2016, to end out the series. I think we've had a hell of a run, but I think it's time. it's time to pull the plug. The Kenny Omega injury, shotgun to the chest. That sucked. That really hurt us creatively, and it's to the point where I think we could probably get to where we're at as far as to finally maybe probably could have kept going a little bit longer if we really would have forced it. But I think just creatively, I think it's a great time to end it here with this show, and I think this is this is a great send off point. So we're going to send it off here. I did take away one tour show. So it usually would be a 9-show episode, but now it's going to be an 8-show episode, which I think it's really not that big of a deal, changing as far as just having one less tour show. We have 2 matches pre-booked for each tour show, so that's nice. We just have to basically book 4 matches per per tour show, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll here. As far as the final show, looks like this. Leave the memories alone. As our main event, of course, our Global League winner, Chris Hero, taking on Kazuchika Okada, and then the co-main event for the GHC Emerald Openweight title, Claudio Castagnoli taking on Tetsuya Naito. Then we're going to have a GHC Tag Team title matchup of Strong Big Japan taking on Kenta and Katsuyori Shibata. That should be a fun match. And then the Junior Heavyweight title matchup of Kushida and Pac. That should be fun. Then the Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup. The Muscle Bombers taking on Go Shizaki, Naomichi Marufuji, and Taiji Shimori. And the Junior tag team title matchup, Katsuya Nakajima and Kento Miyahara. We're going to send them down to the Junior division to take on Los Perros de Mal de Apon of the of Super Crazy Nozawa. Then our 2 non-title matchups as far as the undercard. 6-man tag of Speed Muscle and Kota Ibushi taking on Momonosuke Shintaga and Shingo Takagi. So a little LIJ, and wanting to do something with Kota Ibushi because obviously with Omega's injury, he's kind of lost as far as he's in a state of limbo, and to kind of help get him over the hump there as far as having Speed Muscle and Kota Ibushi. I think that's a fun team for sure, and as far as to be able to have that 6-man, I think that's a fun little match. And then the opener, since we're ending the show with a Kings of Wrestling Money in Mayhem match, figured we'd open the show with a Kings of Wrestling Money in Mayhem matchup as Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Ishii and Ishii. Instead of Hiroki Goto, I just felt like Ishii and Ishii, because Goto and Ishii don't they don't have any positive chemistry. So just felt like that's the better option. But as far as our final show, not a bad card on paper. Obviously, the main and co-main is probably going to deliver in a big way, and I think that tag team title match is also going to deliver. Most of the title matches should go over pretty well. And obviously we're throwing all the kind of championships on the line here to end out the series, which I think makes sense. Makes sense for sure to have every title on the line. We're trying to make this as big of a deal as possible. And let's without further ado, let's get rocking and rolling here with the first tour show. So we have the Strong Pros of Violence versus Laughter 7 matchup, and then Go Shizaki and Naomichi Marufuji to take on the Muscle Bombers. Nice little match to kind of get the Muscle Bombers, really getting them into that openweight 6-man title picture by having them beat Shiozaki and Marufuji. But I got a lot of backstage incidents. Kushida some fine form for the show, keeping everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories, create a relaxing atmosphere. Shinichi Takano, also Shinichi Nakayama, rather, as not the All Japan series. As he also was keeping everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories. A lot of reminiscing here. Then Nick Jackson was brought before Wrestler's Court. Accused of failing to pick up a share of the tab on the shared rental car with Sumiga's brother there, as Sakuraba found him get the incentives to pay the full cost. The reimbursed travel partners. Yeah, one for the good guys. So this is probably the main, though, for sure, as Morishima is going to beat Go Shizaki. Big win for the Muscle Bombers there over Go and Marufuji. Then this is a really good six-man, though, of Strong Big Japan with Shuji Ishikawa against, basically the former GHC Openweight six-man champs in Sakuraba and Kenta and Shibata, which we're giving Ishikawa the win over Sakuraba there. That's a very good main and co-main, though, if I do say so myself. Trying to think of the undercard, as I know our roster's kind of thinned out a little bit over time. But, as far as we'll keep on having some Young Lion matches. As far as the first one, we will go with... we'll go with Ricky Marvin and Abe. Ricky Marvin gonna get the win. There we go. Then we'll go with a tag. As, see here what we have. Kind of would like to see Suzuki and Sujiura. Kind of a tag match, as far as I'm not really sure who that would be against, but don't hate Goto and Keisuke Ishii. That's not a terrible idea. That can be the steal the show match. We'll have Goto get the win over Sujiura. That's got to be a first-time matchup. Yeah, as far as 2v2 wise, but they've interacted in the past. Yeah, I mean, we could probably have a junior tag match on the card as well. As I was thinking, as far as Red Dragon, Bradley and Fish. Yeah, we'll go Sombra and Rush. Don't hate it. Done this twice now. Each during the Shiny Navigation Door. It's kind of funny, but that was a 70 last time we did it. That's a good sign. But Bobby Fish will get the win. Alright, so we got two six-man, or we got one six-man rather, a couple of tags. So we'll add that six-man. We'll have two six-mans to round up the tour show here. We should be able to. I think we're going to go with Soya, Shingo, and Sonata. I was thinking Claudio Devitt and Sabre Jr. That's what we're going to do. Hell of a match. We'll give the win to Shingo here. So he's going to beat... Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, because really the only LIJ interactions, obviously Claudio and Naito on the final card. So maybe we shouldn't have LIJ get the win. Man, that's tough. I think we're gonna have Manabu Soya lose to Claudio. I think that's the better option. But it should be a pretty good match, though. I like it. I like the card. We'll just see where we're at as far as we'll probably be running Chubu, if I had to guess. Yep. This is, yeah, we're back to this. Let's just, bump this way down to make this a lot easier for me. As we'll, Jesus, not that, not that much. We'll go with like 3,000. Yeah, I mean, 2,800 seems to be probably the best bet. 2,500. There we go, 2,600. The Nakamura Sports Center. Works for me. 42 for the opener. I was hoping that'd be a little better, but that's okay. It's a cool to grab a little. Ricky Marvin's off his game, which that hurt the match. Because if he wasn't off his game, that would have been a little bit better, but that's alright. 67 though for Red Dragon against Roosh and Sombra is Chasing the Dragon for Bobby Fish. 934. Bobby Fish outperformed Sombra and Roosh, so nice he gets a win. 70 for Keisuke Ishii and Hiroki Goto against Sujor and Suzuki. Suzuki and Keisuke Ishii doing the same. Not a bad match. Not a bad match at all. That's a decent little match. Well, I'll gladly take that. 84 for the 6-man. Man, wrong team won there. Well, now, Soya really brought that down, but Sanada and Shingo did really well. Crazy Claudio was like one of the worst guys in the match. And he's in the co-main of the final show. The Ricola bomb for Claudio over Manabu Soya. He was the weak link, though, so at least he took the loss. Oh! Wow. As Sakuraba, not that great of a performance there. But Shibata and Daisuke Sakamoto in the 80s. Kenta just barely out of the 80s. Same thing with Ishikawa and then Yuji Kobayashi rounding up the group. As Ishikawa, though, with the Splash Mountain on Sakuraba. Can't believe that. Wow, that 6-man that we added was the best thing on the card. As the main event, even, can't outperform it. Morishima's injury still slow him down a little bit, but lack of selling, too. But other than that, everybody in this match did really well. Yuji Ino, best guy in the match. Didn't see that coming. It's Morishima, though, pinning Go Shiozaki with the Amaze Impact in 24 minutes. Yeah. This could have been the main, and we would have had a lot more cohesive show, but yeah, that's a hell of a way to start off the tour. It's on to day 2 we go. Alrighty, day 2. So just to kind of help Nakajima and Miyahara get back into the junior tag scene, they're going to beat Suzuki-gun. Then we have a Kings of Wrestling Money in Mayhem 6-man, which will be the main event. As a Hero with Zack Sabre Jr. and King Devitt taking on Okada, Ishii, and Ishii, as Chris Hero is going to be beating Keisuke Ishii there. 20 minutes. Is this going to be a steal the show match for the Diamond Ring team? That's right, Taichi's still hurt. Completely forgot about that. God damn it. So let's see here. As far as a different guy for them, as far as we'll go Sasuke and Dragon Kid. Sure. Let's actually bump that down to 10 since Sasuke's gonna struggle. Alright. we're making it work. It's since Kanemaru not really doing anything, we'll have him take on Nomura. So Kanemaru, of course, going to get the win for the Young Lion matchup to start the show. I'd love to see Claudio and Pac team here. As, with, Kushida. And then either Sakuraba. Yeah, probably Sakuraba. So we're gonna have Pac beat Sakuraba. It's a big win for Pac. But this Claudio doesn't need it, and don't want to give it to Kushida, beating... Well, I guess we could have Kushida win. Yeah, I don't hate that. Let's have Kushida beat Pac. Help push him in the right direction a little bit. Oh, Pac was unhappy about it, but changed his heart after noticing they did what excited Sakuraba, cracking his knuckles and glaring, "Fuck yeah. Sakuraba don't give a fuck. Beat your fucking ass. This man fought for an hour." He gets always crazy. He don't give a shit about you little British fuck. Let's go to Twin Towers of Violence here. Shuji Shikao and Koi Sato. They gotta take on somebody here. Yona Rikio, why not? So we'll have Koi Sato beat Rikio. Alright, and then the final match. Probably go with the tag. Just trying to think who we could use. I don't hate Marufuji and Jun Akiyama as far as if they were to take on Walter and Hino. Don't hate that match. Give something, as far as Walter beating Jun Akiyama. Don't hate it. That's fine. Well, yeah, I think that's a good segment. A lot of filler undercard, but as far as I think having the right guys will get the win though in a lot of those matches is just gonna help the product overall going into. And Hero's got a bruised eye socket for a couple of more days, but should be good to go. Should be. As yeah, we're good to go. I forgot to pick the fucking venue. As Kanemaru with the deep end back in 10-16 over Nomura. Damn near doubled him. 68 for the Twin Towers of Violence against Rikio Marion as high angle German suplex for Koi Sato. In 9:33, there's a 66 for Diamond Ring against Sasuke and Dragon Kid. Not great performance from Sasuke and Dragon Kid, but fun little performance from Nakajima and Miyahara. I think them kind of transitioning them back into the junior division, at least for Nakajima. Miyahara never was really in the junior division to begin with, but I think with how our roster is looking like right now, I think it's a nice change of pace for Diamond Ring, since it's now just Kensuke and them again, the original three, back at it again. 73 for the tag match of Jun Akiyama and Naomichi Marufuji against Eugenio and Walter. It's Walter beating Jun Akiyama there. Yeah, just Jun Akiyama. He's the shits. It's the double fucking bomb for Walter on Jun Akiyama in 16 minutes. The 78 for Pac and Claudio against Kushida and Sakuraba's. Kushida with the Kushida lock for Pac in 20 minutes, getting the submission win. Great win for the Laughter 7 team. I got a 78. The 79 for our main event as the Kings of Wrestling against Bunny and Mayhem as Hero tapping out Keisuke Ishii with the Hangman's Clutch. Hero with 83. Okada with a 91. Jesus. Was not ready for that. Yeah, look, some good stuff there besides Keisuke Ishii. It's a weak link, but takes the loss. So it all works out in the end. Yeah, I mean, it took a little while, but we got there. For sure. I figured this undercard wouldn't really go together well, but some good performances from the left side of that screen. Right side of the screen, not so much there on that undercard. But that happens, though. As, almost at the halfway point of the tour already, as on to day 3 we go. Alrighty, day 3, so we're going to have Claudio and Pac team again, and they're going to take on Naito and Harada this night. And Ibushi and Marmion taking on Shingo, Takagi, and Seiya Sanada. Ibushi's kind of in a weird spot, like we talked about earlier, where he's kind of floating, so he's just kind of can team with kind of anybody. But Marmion, obviously the worst guy in the match, is going to take the fall here against Shingo and Sanada. Shingo's going to beat him. And now our main event, Claudio and Pac, as to give them the win here, as we'll probably have Pac beat Harada, just since he just lost to Kushida. Just makes sense, We'll probably add a Diamond Ring Junior matchup if we can, as far as Miyahara and Nakajima. They will be beating... Oh, yeah, the Bucks. Not a bad idea. not a bad call. We might go with somebody else though. Now I'm thinking about it. As far as maybe maybe Perro Aguayo and Ricky Marvin. That kind of that makes a little bit of sense. Let's have it be like a 10-minute match. As Miyahara gonna beat Perro Aguayo Jr. Back to the singles match for Abe here. Yeah, we'll go Ishimori and Abe. Don't hate it. So Ishimori gonna get the win. Here we go. Let's go with a 6-man of Suzuki-gun. So, Suzuki, Sugiura, and then Kanemaru. The Muscle Bombers. I think that's a good call. That would be a steal the show match. And Eugeno going to be beating Suzuki. We will have that be the steal the show match. Kind of, as far as a weird little card, I think we'll probably add another 6-man to this card. I think we're going to go with Goto and then Ishii and Ishii. And, as far as who they could face, I don't hate the Strong Pillars of Violence matchup. But they would probably have to lose that match, though. So, maybe not. Maybe go in a different direction. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with, like, the old guard. Taue, Kobashi, and Jun Akiyama. Very one-sided affair. But it's something for Keisuke Ishii to sink his teeth into and get a win. As he could beat Taue. Alrighty. That is the card. We just ran Jukuda. Alright, we'll run there. Perfect. And we'll run the show. 62 for Ishimori and Abe. That's Ishimori with the Himosilio. 932, obviously. Ishimori doing a very good job in that match with a 74. Makes sense. 65 for Money Mayhem against Akiyama, Kento Kobashi, and Hiratawa. Yeah, I mean, combined, they, as far as Kobashi and Akiyama, like, they barely outperform Ishii. So, definitely a one-sided affair. But again, we're trying to really just try to elevate, even though it's the end of the series. We're still trying to elevate, just for the people that are wanting to play the mod going forward. As far as we're not trying to fuck you guys over. We're trying to make sure that the roster is in a good enough spot to where you're not at a disadvantage or anything. But that should go over pretty well. So 65, we'll take it. A 69 for Nakajima Miyahara against Marvin and Perro Aguayo Jr. Not bad little junior tag matches. Miyahara pinning Perro Aguayo Jr. at the Northern Light Suplex in 10 minutes. Not a bad showing for the Diamond Ring there. It's a 73 for the Muscle Bombers against Suzuki-gun as Eugeno with a fucking bomb over Minoru Suzuki in 12 minutes as Suzuki and Kanemaru did pretty well. Just obviously Sugiura way below everybody else. Then an 83 for Mohamed Yon and Kota Ibushi against Saya Sanada and Shingo Takagi. Goddamn, Ibushi really off his game with a 69. That is terrible. Thank God Sanada and Shingo deliver, and Shingo with the Made in Japan over Mohamed Yon in 20 minutes. And the 79 main event is Claudio and Pac beating Harada and Naito as Pac with a 630 over Harada in the main event in 20 minutes. Not a bad little match. Yeah, I'm surprised that even did so well considering how one-sided that was. Thanks to Ibushi not being on his A game there, but Another night in the books. On to night 4 we go. Alrighty, night 4, which now we get that Young Bucks Diamond Ring tag match, which that's actually going to be a really good match. I'm excited to see how that does. And then 8-man tag, Kings of Wrestling versus Money and Mayhem. That's going to be Hero, Claudio, Zach, and David. So Pac's not going to be involved in that match. That's, probably the main. And so it's obviously like a banger of a matchup. But Goto is going to get the win for the Money and Mayhem team, and he's going to be beating Zack Sabre Jr. 20 minutes, the Nakajima and Miyahara against the Young Bucks. Kenta Miyahara going to get the win for Diamond Ring. That's a big win for sure there for Diamond Ring. They have been, luckily, so far they haven't been injured or anything. That would definitely suck if they get hurt. It's now for, I think we're back to Nomura, yeah? Yeah, we're back to Nomura. So he'll be taking on Daisuke Rod. Get a Rod out there. Get a singles win for him. Nice. I was thinking Sonata and Soya. Since, they are a hell of a team. As far as, maybe Strong Back Japan? I don't hate that. Maybe Twin Towers of Violence. Yeah, I'll probably go Twin Towers of Violence. That's a really good match. There's two pretty good teams here as, yeah, we're going to have Koi Sato get the win. Twin Towers of Violence going to be beating Soya and Sonata. Soya going to be taking the loss. I think he's going to be the worst guy in that match. Yeah, but we've done this before during the Global Tag League last year. So, if we were to book the Global Tag League again, we would probably have Soya and Sonata beat them this time around. If that would be the team, we might just do Soya, or we probably would do Sonata and Shingo instead. I think that's a pretty good match, though. We'll probably have that be the co-main, though, the Bucks and Diamond Ring. I really believe in that match. See what we got as far as maybe having another singles. Like having Cedric Alexander. That's not a bad idea. Or even Dragon Kid and Cedric Alexander. Yeah, we'll go with Cedric and Dragon Kid. Is Cedric gonna get the win? Just to kind of see what Ibushi and Speed Muscle can do, we're gonna have them take on the team of... I love Red Dragon, but I don't know who they would team up with, is kind of the thing there. Would kind of love to see Walter. Even though it doesn't really make sense, we're going to do it anyways. Because this is a fun match. But we're going to have Speed Muscle get the win. Yoshino's going to be beating Bobby Fish. Yeah. I kind of want that to be now the co-main now. in a weird way. Yeah, let's do it. That's a really good show. I think on paper this is the best tour show we've done as far as during this tour. Tommy Sports Center for this show. 62 for Harada Nomura as the Rada Pistol, 946. 58 for Cedric Alexander Dragon Kid as the lumbar check for Cedric Alexander in 10 minutes. Yeah, I figured it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be an 85 good as the Twin Towers of Violence beating Soya and Sonata. What a performance, though, from Sonata and Soya. Wrong team won, as far as with the excellent chemistry boost. Probably should have went the other way there, and Ishikawa was off his game, but still, good win. Good win for Koi Sato. And I hate that nice submission, though. He just pinned him with an angled German suplex. Christ. At 80, though, for Diamond Ring and the Young Bucks there. Young Bucks were the better team. With the specialist bonus, Matt Jackson having the hot move in with the excellent chemistry. Just a lot going on for the Young Bucks to really elevate them to the top of the card. I think as far as elevating them into being one of the best junior teams we have, which is Pretty crazy to think they've only been with the company for a year and they're already like mid-70s. Like, there's junior teams that we've had like almost since the start of the series that aren't even at that level. It's Kendo Miyahara, though, getting the win, though, with Northern Light Suplex. Probably should have Nakajima get the win there. As Naruki Doi with chronic upper back pain, that is tough. But, yeah, Bobby Fish, worst guy in the match. Definitely makes sense he takes the fall as he takes a lightning spiral in 20 minutes. Yeah, nothing's going to beat that Twin Towers of Violence. As all Bobby Fish was the one who caused it. Thanks, Bobby Fish. Yeah, I don't think that's going to beat the Twin Towers of Violence Soya and Sonata match. It doesn't even beat the 8-man here. What a performance of the Kings of Wrestling. But yeah, as far as Goto getting the win over Zack Sabre Jr. in 20 minutes. At least, as far as it was pretty close. I can't believe Claudio's not doing better than... I don't know what's going on with Claudio. I don't think he's, like, declining physically or anything. I'm just a little worried about him. Just holding back. Ishii's not declining physically. I think that's already been a thing, though, that we saw. I know, obviously, in the New Japan series, that's happening right now, but sucks what's happening to him here in the Noah series. But yeah, I mean, that Twin Towers of Violence Soya Sonata match should have been the main. Who would have thought? Yeah, probably should have even flipped this for this. It probably would have been a lot better show, but what can you do, though? As, yeah, on to day 5. So we just have days 5, 6, and 7, and of course the final show. So we just have our last 4 shows of the series. I can't believe it. Alright, day 5 as Kushida and Taguchi against the Junior Kings of Pac and Zack Sabre Jr. Then Super Crazy, Nozawa, and Suzuki against Diamond Ring. Yeah, we kind of had to like shoehorn a 6th guy in there for Kensuke to beat, and that's probably going to be Suzuki. As Tsuchioki's brought forward Wrestlers Court, as he was accused of being absorbed by his phone when he should have been paying attention to a locker room meeting as the judge, Kazushi Sakuraba, found him guilty and sentenced him by a crate of beer for the locker room. As, yeah, I think something for the card that we can think of as far as just trying to think of like other undercard stuff. Probably have, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think we need some more like main event level stuff, because like this is okay as like a co-main or maybe even just before the co-main. But Zack Sabre Jr. going to get that win back after losing last day. He's going to beat Taguchi here in 20 minutes, and then the 6th man that is going 20 minutes as well, which I don't really agree with, but Kensuke's going to beat Suzuki there. It's just, it's Los Perros de Malapone. They're a great, like, junior squad, but they need, like, a heavyweight guy. It's kind of their problem right now. And, so, yeah, I believe now, again, we should be back to Abe, yeah. So Abe will be taking on, as far as, let's exclude, I don't hate Ishii in that spot, honestly. I think that could be a good thing for him to kind of be able to help, as far as trying to have a young lion really learn from someone. I mean, as far as that'd be a great opportunity for Abe to take on Tomohiro Ishii. We definitely need, like, more, like, heavyweight stuff. Or maybe, as far as, like, main event level quality stuff. So we'll probably have Okada and Keisuke Ishii against Hiro. And yeah, we could go Devitt. We could go... Yeah, I mean, we could probably just, it's either Devitt or Claudio, so we'll probably go Devitt here. Could even go Goto. I don't hate that, actually. Yeah, this is a good main event. And we'll have Devitt beat Goto. So a little bounce back for Kings of Wrestling. Not bad at all. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good main event. That's a good night for the Kings of Wrestling. That is for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else we could do. 6-man maybe here of, we'll have Koi Sato this time, teaming up with, Strong Big Japan, taking on Kenta, Shibata, and Sakuraba. So we'll have Shibata beat Sato. Not a bad co-main. So then, as far as that last match... Oh, we gotta change something. Oh, it's Steelers show match. I'm an idiot. It's like, yeah, we got that match. As, yeah, probably junior match. We'll probably go... Don't mind Sombra. And... Let's see here. As far as Ishimori's not a bad shout. As far as junior guys go, I mean, Yoshino, not a bad option as well. I think that'd be a fun match, though, Yoshino and Sombra. So we'll do that. We'll opt for the fun match. Yoshino gonna get the win. Hopefully he does not get hurt. Back-to-back injuries for Speed Muscle would suck. We'll split that. Alrighty. Not a bad show. Go with Kyushu. 2,500. There's 2,600. We'll just pick that for now. We'll just run that. It won't be a sellout, but it'd be pretty damn close. Oh, it is a sellout. Never mind, it's Ishii with a brainbuster over Abe in 942. That got a 62. It's a 73 for Perros de Maldeapone and Suzuki against Darren Ring as Kensuke with the Kingbuster over Suzuki. Just love how Nozawa outperformed everybody in this match. It's interesting. Had to do a double take there as Masato Yoshino beating Osamura with a lightning spiral. 12-13 as 68 here. Not great. But Yoshino with a good performance, though, at least. Got the crowd buzzing. Just lack of selling. We got fucked over here. It's an 81 for Kushida and Taguchi against the Junior Kings as Sexury Jr. pinning Taguchi with a PK kick. Some good stuff there. Taguchi, worst guy in the match, takes the fall. Pretty simple stuff. 82 for the Strong Pails of Violence against Laughter 7. Again, this time, obviously, Koi Sato in there instead of Ishikawa as Sato takes the loss as he's put in the octopus hold, but not bad, though. Sakuraga's the worst guy in the match. Shibata, best guy in the match, so hence why he beats the worst guy on the Strong Brothers of Violence team. Yeah, it's, that's the thing about, TEW is a lot of times when it comes down to, like, once you're booking, like, a Japanese pro wrestling company, it just comes down to, like, simple math. It's not like you're booking angles or anything. It just turns into, like, oh, yeah, the best guy beats the worst guy. It's like, it's just, gets a little, I wouldn't say formulaic, because obviously you want to throw in upsets and stuff like that, and you're trying to help elevate guys, but now that, the series is ending, it's now come down to just, best guy beats worst guy, and just, making sense, obviously, and also, too, I think they needed to win, too, since they lost in the last six-man matchup. What a match here, though. It was a 90 in the main event here, as Devitt and Hiro beating Okada and Goto. Great stuff. 79s for Goto and Devitt. Hiro with an 84 and Okada with a 91. The Bloody Sunday for Devitt in 20 minutes over Goto. What a fucking match. And what a show. Yeah, that's going to be tough to beat for the tour shows. We just have our final two tour shows. Is days 6 and 7. We're coming to the end. I can't believe it. I just doesn't feel like it's the end, weirdly enough. I'm sure it'll start feeling like the end once we end out as far as that final show. Yeah, on to day 6 we go. Alright, day 6. So we got Kings of Wrestling versus Laughter 7. I want to say that's just a regular tag. Could be a 6-man, though, as Yuji Ino, Minoru Tanaka against Marufuji and Ishimori. That was just, since we're doing, as far as we needed something to have Marufuji and Ishimori, as far as felt like that's the better team than Go and Ishimori, so we needed a junior partner for, probably could have went with, I guess, Kyle O'Reilly there, but it's fine. No big deal. Next instant, though, it's Takeshi Rikio, as he's been accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab on the shared rental cars. The judge Sakuraba found him guilty and sentenced to pay the full cost reimbursed travel partners. Alrighty. So, about to say, I think we're kind of running out of play. Oh, no, we can run here. There we go. So I just want to see what this is, because, yeah, it is a 6-man. Okay, so it's Claudio, Zach, and Pac, and then Kenta Taguchi and Kushida. So Kushida's going to be beating Zack Sabre Jr. Poor Zack Sabre Jr. keeps on losing. We'll probably give that to Pac, actually, since Pac lost to Kushida, so we'll have him beat Taguchi here. Yeah, I like that. This is a fun little match, though. Hino and Tanaka against Marufuji and Ishimori. As Ishimori's going to be beating Minoru Tanaka. Nice, nice, nice. I'm trying to think as far as because Twin Towers of Violence. I mean, that's a good idea to have as far as maybe running this back, since I don't hate that idea as far as to have a rematch here, but no, I think it's probably a little too soon. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we could do, though, as far as having them face. I might go with a 6-man. And then we'll have Sakamoto, then Soya, Sanada, Shingo. Love it. Nice little 6-man here. This is mainly for. It's tough. Yeah, I think we'll have Daisuke get the win here. Have Soya lose. I don't know. I feel like LIJ should get a win here. Yeah, let's have Shingo beat Ishikawa. It's a huge win. Yeah, it's a good co-main. So Naito could probably team with a junior, as far as teaming with like Harada. Could even be Sombra. I guess it doesn't have to be. Yeah, we'll go Sombra. And trying to think here as far as we could go with Ishu. Could go kind of. It'd be interesting to see what like a hero to kind of go like opposite way of what. Nah, I think that's a little too complicated. We might just go with Devitt. No, we probably shouldn't do that. So we'll go with Kensuke and Nakajima. Sure. As a tour show matchup, as Nakajima will be beating La Sombra. Giving that 20 minutes as well. So we just need a Steal the Show match after this Young Lion matchup. Which, yeah, we should be on Nomura. Yeah. So we'll have Nomura against. I would love to do Kobashi, but I don't trust it. Well, I'll probably go with Ibushi. A lot of established talent as far as beating Young Lions here. They're getting some big time matches. Some great opportunities. Then the Steal the Show matchup. We will probably go with. I kind of want to see. Damn, as far as Aoki teaming up with somebody. I guess we can go. Could go in Aoki against. Could either go Morishima. And then the junior would have to be. Yeah, I mean, we can go Kyle O'Reilly here. I guess. Don't hate it. This is just mainly to get Kyle a win over. Yeah, we'll have Go beat O'Reilly. It's an odd match, I know, but I feel like the Brave team should beat Morishima and Kyle O'Reilly there, but it should be a fun little match, though. It's kind of like, as far as having, since Brave is back-to-back wins for Brave, though, at the same time. Yeah, let's give them the win. Aoki. Alrighty. Let's give him a little bit more time, too. Alright, so we should be good to go, because it's, yeah, we picked the venue. Alright, day 6 is 65 for the opener. Kota Ibushi beating Neo Nomura with a Golden Star Press in 9:49. This is an 80 for the Steel Show matchup. It's Morishima Kyle O'Reilly beating Go Shiozaki and Atsushi Aoki. Yeah, just Aoki with a 57. Definitely the right decision there. Go was the best guy in the match, though, but good stuff from Kyle O'Reilly. Indication Morishima's O'Reilly with the ankle lock. 12 instead. 81 for Eugene Minoru Tanaka against Ishimori Marufuji as Ishimori beating Minoru Tanaka. So yeah, just having the right teams getting the win as far as performance-wise. Makes sense. Makes sense for sure. 75, though, for Kensuke and Nakajima against Sombra and Naito. Naito was the best guy in the match, and just Sombra kind of brought the match down a little bit, but not a bad match overall. It just wasn't what we wanted, I think, for that spot. And 87 for this 6-man. Strong Pearls of Violence and LIJ just seems to be the story going forward, as there's some good performances. A lot of good ratings here besides Koi Sato, and even then, a 68's not terrible. But yeah, we'll gladly take an 87 on a tour show as Shingo beating Ishikawa with the Last Falconry. Some good stuff. 82, though, for our main event. I can't believe this is just not hitting us. Kenta with a 69, that is not great. Taguchi with a 65. Is Kenta... Is he declining now? Nah, he's just holding back. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's tough. We haven't had... this has been the story for sure on this tour as far as the top match ratings, besides that Hero and Devitt against Okada Goto match. Other than that, the Pillars of Violence LIJ matches have been like the best thing on the card. And now our final tour show, day 7, coming up. As I know the main event, it's going to be Kings of Wrestling against Okada and Naito, just as far as the build up to those two title matches. I know it's a fun little kind of mega powers versus the best tag team we have in Kings of Wrestling. So that should be a fun main event. Oh, let's see what the Rumble did. Cena won it. Bubba Ray Dudley and Sin Cara, as far as that's not even like the Mystico, that's the fucking the Hunico, as far as being the co-main for the U.S. title, and Del Rio and Shima Zion. What a strange card. Oh my god, Jimmy Jacobs and Eli Cottonwood. Our team. Swagger and Ultramantis Black to kick off the show. My oh my. My oh my. Still, oh my, 98,000 people. Jesus Christ. That's so many people. Yeah, on to our last tour show. Alrighty. As, obviously that main event should deliver in a big way. We'll see as far as where we're going to run the show. Okay, we got this final spot. So that worked out perfectly. As far as, fucking leave the memories alone, huh? As far as our last tour show. Okada Naito. Teaming up. It's going to be a draw. I just feel like that's the best way of going about that. That match should deliver, though, in a big way. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. That would be pretty, on brand. And Speed Muscle's going to beat Momono Sushin Tag. And steal a show matchup there. So really the big thing as far as match-wise, what we could do, we could, I kind of want to do a 6-man of Devitt, Sabre, Jr., and Kushida against Pac, and then Ishii and Ishii. I know that's obviously, it's interesting having LIJ, or now Laughter 7, going to be teaming up, but obviously, again, the idea is champions, as far as champion and challenger, and then, as far as with Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr., just kind of, the stable coming together. Then Ishii, Kushida, and Ishii again. Give him 20 minutes, but Devitt's going to be beating Keisuke Ishii here. Just makes sense, He's the worst guy in the match. He'll be losing. And then, we'll probably go 8-man on the card as well, as far as Strong Big Japan. We'll go Sasuke and Ishikawa. Then again, so I'm surprised we actually didn't do this a little sooner, but Laughter 7 with, Sakuraba and Taguchi. Makes sense, obviously, since the tag team battle matchup happening with Strong Big Japan and Laughter 7. Sasuke's going to take the fall here. He's going to be losing to Taguchi. It's a pretty good match. Yeah, that'll probably be the co-main. I don't hate that as a co-main. But yeah, then, I guess, yeah, I think that's, as far as building wise, I think that's it for that. We'll now do. We'll probably have 2 Young Lion matches as the undercard, since it's the last hurrah. We'll have Walter against Nomura. Shout out Walter, though, by the way. Think about how long he's been with the company, popularity-wise. Like, just a year ago, mid-50s, was like, alright, he's coming along, and then just skyrocketed him, thanks to Global League in particular. But it's just crazy that he's now at that point where he's a fucking top guy. Some good stuff, though, hopefully, in that match against Nomura. And then Abe will be losing to Cedric Alexander. Sure, I've done this a handful of times. Yep. Basically once a month since September. Might get a recency hit. Nope. We're good to go. Alrighty. Day 7. So 51 for Cedric Alexander and Fuminori Abe. One of the worst openers we've seen from this tour, which is just funny, because, well, no, there's the one that actually was a lot worse. Now I'm thinking about it, but still one of the worst ones. But Alexander with a lumbar check in 10 minutes. 64 for Walter and Nomura, as the Walter Highliner in 9:57 for Walter there. As good stuff, though. 10-minute match. Walter just kind of kicks the shit out of him. Speed Muscle against Momono Sushin Tag, as Yoshino getting the win over Toge with a lightning spiral in 12:29. Good stuff, even though Naruki Doi's injury affects them, they still outperform the other team. They're just crazy. King's Wrestling against Laughter 7's Kushida and Money Mayhem's Keisuke Ishii and Tomohiro Ishii, as Devitt tapping out Keisuke Ishii with Devitt's end. Devitt, best guy in the match, beating the worst guy in the match. Makes sense. It's just all around. But yeah, the King's Wrestling, obviously, fun, stable, and all that jazz. And this actually gets outperformed, as that's shocking. I know Sasuke, with a 43 brings this match way the fuck down, but I didn't think it'd still be the worst thing compared to what we just saw. But I get Kenta with a 73. That's so odd to me that he's just not really going full tilt. But that's okay, though. He's saving it, hopefully, for the final show. But Sasuke with a 43, taking the Dodon in 20 minutes to Taguchi. And our main event in 83 for the time of the draw. King's Wrestling against Okada and Naito. Naito and Okada have absolutely zero chemistry together, so that's fun. So that would have been way better, obviously, had that been the case. But yeah, we got there unscathed, at least for the final show. No major injuries or whatnot, and we'll see how the final show goes for the last navigation, or about what is. I think we're at like show 460 something. Hell of a ride. A hell of a ride, and now comes to an end. As I think we're at 461 for show 462. Let's see how we end out this series. Well, at the Tokyo Dome for this one, obviously, we normally would like to run like the National Stadium or something, but since this mod at the Tokyo Dome be able to fit like 60-some thousand people, we'll be able to run there. Yeah, 61,000 packed in there. As I just want to make sure we don't have. Okay, I was just about to say we don't have backstage incident. So our main event: Chris Hero, Kazuchika Okada. And Chris Hero beats Kazuchika Okada. The reign is over for the Rainmaker. Full year reign. I think he had, what, 7 defenses? Yeah, so that's not bad, as far as having a full reign, but good stuff, though. Good stuff from his reign. He tied Kenta as far as the most defenses. Looking for the tiebreaker, but no, we had to give it to Chris Hero there, as he beats Okada, and Claudio beats Naito, which Naito's reign comes to an end at 210 days, 4 defenses, tied Ishii as far as the most defenses. Yeah, I mean, this is the end of the series. It makes sense that those two are the top champions to end out the series. They're the MVPs of the series pretty much from day one. When they beat, when Takayama turns on Kumasano and they become the tag champs, they are major players from that point on until now. And that's a hell of a run. They have definitely earned it, though. They've been incredible pretty much the entire time. Strong Break Japan versus Kenta and Shibata, and we have new tag team champions. Strong Break Japan, the champions once again. Kenta and Shibata, fun run, but I think really the idea now for them, their tag run, it was, 230 days, which is crazy for the little amount of defenses they had. A lot of it came down to not only the tag league, but the junior league, and and kind of what was happening during the schedule, but to they won the belts from Marufuji and Go, and then you have basically a unique period from July. They don't have anything. Then to August, and they don't have anything September. Then to October, they and then obviously then you have the global leagues, and I think this is a perfect time, to put the belts back on Strong Big Japan. They were champions. They had a hell of a run. They were had the second most defenses behind Claudio and Hero's first run as tag champs. But yeah, I mean that's especially with the global tag league coming up. Just felt like it was a good time to switch the belts over to Strong Big Japan. But yeah, it's a fun run that they had in Kenta Shibata. Then Kushida and Pac. As Pac retains, though, so this is the only champion so far that we have seen that has not lost his belt. So he keeps the reign going. He's had a hell of a run, and just felt like it was definitely not time to get the belt off of him. But that should be a hell of a match, though. Then I believe it's the Openweight 6-man, of Muscle Bombers and Brave, which the Muscle Bombers will lose. As Brave's going to get the win. A little swerve there, because obviously Ishimori being the only junior in this match, I think a lot of people probably would have assumed the Muscle Bombers are going to get the belts back again, but felt like Brave could keep the belts a little longer there. And that's got to be their first defense, though. So yeah, just especially if they were to lose the belts to Strong Big Japan, or to the Muscle Bombers, just felt like it wouldn't have made sense. But I think it's the right call. Right call for sure. And then Nakajima, Miyahara against Perros de Mal de Apone. We have new junior heavyweight tag team champions. Diamond Ring's going to beat Perros de Mal de Apone. Yeah, first junior tag team title runs for both Nakajima and Miyahara. We've had some great junior tag champs. I hope that Nakajima and Miyahara would have keep that legacy going after beating Perros de Mal here. Then we have Ibushi with Speed Muscle against Shingo and, as far as LIJ. So really the idea here is to have the established team lose to the kind of thrown together team. So we're going to have Shingo beat Doi. Fun Dragon Gate match is what this is. This is basically what I tell him. If, I was putting this match together for him, I just go out there and have a Dragon Gate match. Have fun. Do a lot of flips, a lot of heavy offense as far as high-powered, high-energy stuff, and just kind of go full tilt for 20 minutes. And then to kick off the show, David and Zack Sabre Jr. is Yeah, we'll probably just have that be a normal match then, since we don't need it to be a Steal the Show match. Devin's going to beat Keisuke Ishii there. Yeah, it's, makes sense. King's Wrestling ending out the series as the junior champs, heavyweight champ, and the Emerald Openweight champion. Just makes sense, I think that's the right decision for sure. And then the angle to build up to is Jericho. Is Jericho. As Chris Jericho. Is here pro. It's like, boom. Jericho comes out. It's a big return to Japan. And he issues the challenge to Chris Hero for the New Beginning in USA show. Kind of is the reins on the parade of Chris Hero to being the his second run as the heavyweight champion. But that would be, as far as just to kind of, I'm if you do end up, if you watch this and you're like, hey, I want to, follow what Max is doing and, play as, because I'm going to upload both the save file and also going to turn this into a mod once we go to February. And so that's just, a couple days. I'm curious to see how this match is going to go. If that's, if you continue going down that road, I guess you could just kind of book whatever. But if you do Hero Jericho for the heavyweight title, would love to see what that rating is. You could just, post in the comments. Just tell me, be like, hey. Or you can post a screenshot on, like, Twitter or Reddit or even Discord, wherever it's at. Just very curious to see how that would go, because I'm assuming it's going to go very well. Because Jericho's rating was okay for where it was. I think we'll have him have a match, speaking of. As far as, because, yeah, I want to say he got a, as far as I can, 73. It's not great, but it's not a bad starting point, though, at the same time. Him and Suzuki. Fun match. Give him 20 minutes. Jericho gonna get the win. Alrighty, and then we'll probably have, as far as a tag match goes, probably the Young Bucks. Yeah, we'll go Young Bucks, Soya Sonata. So Soya get the win. Size-wise, just makes sense. Oh, forgot to make that a pre-show. Matchup, there we go. Yeah, so, just a little kind of trying to think of, like, ahead what I would have done as far as booking plans before we run the show. Really, the big thing is probably, one Suzuki-gun, as far as, would have figured out some way to kind of get rid of them, for sure. And Muscle Bombers, probably would have had Red Dragon eventually join them, just to add some junior fire to them. King's Wrestling probably would have stayed the same for a good while. I just feel like that stable's pretty elite. Strong Pros of Violence probably would have been the same. Don't think I would have changed anything there. Paros de Mal, we would have needed like a heavyweight guy. I'm not sure who we would have brought in. Money and Mayhem's interesting because I think the returning Konosuke Takashita probably would have had him join Money and Mayhem. Because I think that would have been either have him join Money Mayhem or have him in a Ibushi team. Because I think that would have been a fun team. Just kind of thinking ahead. LIJ probably might have had Sombra and Rush turn on Naito and company and join Perros de Maldepon. Maybe, if they ever got to the point where they were kind of a star. Because LIJ's a bit, as far as a lot of guys involved, and would have just helped clear everything up. Electra 7 probably would have stayed the same. Diamond Ring, we're not sure as far as who we would have brought in. Takashita would have been a good idea there as well. A lot of different options there. Then Brave, obviously. Just, it sucks that we never got to do the final birding show. That was something I was really looking forward to kind of send off Kobayashi, which, funny, he's still with the company, but, and still, like, an active member of the roster, but, yeah, just, he never retired, so it just kind of is what it is. Jericho probably would have lost to Hero, as far as at the first navigation show, or not the first navigation show, at the, US show. That would have been Hero's first defense. Claudio probably would have kept the belt as well. Trying to think who would have been the next. As far as the person to beat Pac, I'm really not sure. As far as, I feel like we kind of missed the window as far as having Yoshihino beating him at the final show, or not the final show, at I guess the final show of 2015. But yeah, I'm not really sure as far as who would have beat him. Might have been like Kyle O'Reilly. Might have been somebody we bring in. Not really sure exactly, but yeah. I think that's pretty much all. The Strong Big Japan probably would have dropped the belts to whoever wins the tag league, which might be Kings of Wrestling. We might do double champs Kings of Wrestling again. That because I think they've only won the global tag league once. So yeah, they've been 2-time winners. Yeah, that's probably what we've done. Yeah, let's run the show. My God, an 86 for the first pre-show match. Just Celia tapping out Nick Jackson. Good stuff there. It's a 72 for Jericho and Suzuki. It's a lion salt for Jericho in 20 minutes. That's funny. That's the finisher. The 80 for Ishii and Ishii against Xavier Jr. and King Devitt. As King Devitt with the King's Throne over Keisuke Ishii in 13 minutes. Got the crowd hotter. Off to a strong start. Not bad. Not bad. 94, goddamn, for Kota Ibushi and Speed Muscle and Shingo, Harada, and Katoge. I cannot believe this was in 94. But I guess with Shingo involved and Yoshihino and Ibushi involved, but Shingo with a 95, that's pretty crazy. It's the last falconry for Shingo over Naruki Doi in 20 minutes. 75 for Nakajima and Kenta Miyahara as Nakajima breaks his forearm. Have fun. So I'm sure the belts had to be vacated after that. That's hilarious. But Nakajima with 85. Best guy in the match, though. Right decision, though, to have them be the new champs. That's so fucking funny. It's a bridging German suplex, though, for Nakajima getting the win in 13 minutes. Can't believe he broke his goddamn forearm. As a 90 for the Muscle Bombers and Brave. The GHC Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup. Hell of a performance from the Muscle Bombers, though. 95, 90, and then a 79 for Walter. But, yeah, they got outperformed. It was close, though. Could have went either way, honestly, but I just felt like they need to have a nice little run with the Openweight 6-man belts. Wow. It's an 83 for Kushida and Pac. That did not go well at all. It's Pac with the Black Arrow, though, in 26 minutes, and that's his third defense of the Junior Heavyweight title. Tag team title matchup, 91. Strong Big Japan are the GHC Tag Team Champions once again for the second time. And final time for the series, as they outperformed him. Kenta, I don't know what it is, man. I mean, I'm just shocked. I don't know what's going on, where his ratings are going down, but not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. The 90 for the GHC Emerald Openweight title matchup, it's Claudio Castagnoli beating Tetsuya Naito with a Corolla Bomb. Claudio, this is a bit of a feel-good win there. I think if this wasn't the end of the series, we probably would have had Naito win here, but what can you do? Then the main event, an 88. Boy, oh boy, it's Chris Hero beating Kazuchika Okada in 41 minutes with the death blows. Okada was really off his game, which affected the match, but 40 minutes, that's a long time. Inconsistency, but a very hot crowd. Probably could have had a better ref there, but what can you do? It is what it is. And then Jericho. Theo Noah issues the challenge to Chris Hero for the New Beginning in USA show at 87 for the final show. That's hilarious that this 6-man match was the best thing on the card. Shout out Kota Ibushi and Shingo Takagi for that. And then we'll put over Chris Hero. Just only right. makes sense that the series that the heavyweight title match is the worst title match out of everything besides the junior title match. So that's the junior division just fucked us over really, as on that final show. But some good stuff though. Besides that, I was hoping for a 99 or 95 plus rated main event, but Okada fucked us over. What a great way to end out the series on our year-long reign champion falling up short when he drops the belt to Chris Hero. But thank you all for watching. This has been a very fun series, and now, what's next? Who knows? I'm still mulling over my options as far as what to do now. I think for now we're just going to run for the TEW 2020 series. I think we're just going to do the All Japan and New Japan series for now. Maybe until 2023. We'll just kind of wait and see. But yeah, as far as we're wanting to get back into doing the greatest rivalries thing, and the greatest, championship reigns, gimmicks that we did last year. We're going to get back into that. And also doing the season 2 of Magnifico Lucha Libre, doing the season, I guess really not season 2, but I guess having the extra company in the Randoverse, and also maybe doing the Trios All-Time League as well, because that was fun to do too as well. But yeah, that's just kind of the plans as of right now on the horizon for the rest of 2022. Can't believe it's almost the end of the year. It's just wild. It's going to be September soon. I just feel like it just crept up on us. Felt like it was just yesterday. It was like April. All of a sudden, now we're in September. Almost in September. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for voting on this. I know it's not the same mod that we were hoping for. That's definitely, when Pro Wrestling Promoter ever comes out, that's definitely something I'm hoping that we'll be able to do as far as run the mod that Gandhi made on that to finally be able to play that mod. But yeah, we'll just have to fingers crossed and wait and see and just kind of buy our time here. As we'll catch you guys next time, though. Take care, everyone.